That's a fair question. Why am I drinking cider up an apple tree? Is it because I'm a cider drinking idiot? Thanks to Skimmy Itches for that one. Yes, Rasko and Disco beer review with me, Disco, coming at you with another video. Not a beer video, but as the clickbaity title says, sorry about that, but YouTube does like questions and clickbaity titles. But it's a fair question, you might well ask. Well, what are you doing drinking cider in an apple tree? Well, it's a good question, and the answer is simple. I was up the apple tree anyway. It's that time of year again, and this old apple tree, it's been in this garden well over 50 years, probably approaching 100 as far as I know. Pretty much every year, I get up the tree, pick all the apples. Normally, I stew them down with plenty of sugar because they are quite sour, and just freeze them. I use them as jam on my toast throughout the winter and the rest of the year. This year I haven't had too much of a crop, barely a bagful. So I'm not going to be making the homemade cider that I had imagined this year. It often happens with this apple tree, you get a bumper crop for a couple of years, then it goes a bit fallow for a bit and you don't get a lot. It's one of them years, so just jam on toast for me. Now I'm partial to a little bit of a cider now and again. Not a big fan of straight apple ciders, mostly the fruit ciders. Again, won't please everybody. But this one I've got, picked it up from Aldi. Quite easy to find. It's called Alska. I think that's how it's pronounced. I don't know. Maybe the girlfriend knows. Maybe I'll ask her. Alska? I don't know. Anyway, this one is a, oh, it says premium cider there. See, a premium cider, cherry and raspberry. It's been in the fridge a bit. I do quite like this one. I've been picking up a fair bit over the summer. Goes in the fridge. It's fairly easy drinking. I haven't really bothered about reviewing it until now, of course. As you might expect, it kind of first sparkles into the glass, or rather plastic for this one, because I am up an apple tree after all, and you know, safety first. But as you can see, it's a beautiful red colour. In a plastic from 2019, it took me ages to work out which one. I think that says GX. It must be Jared's Cross Beer Festival. Let me know if you've heard that one. But plenty of bubbles, plenty of sparkles. Should have washed the plastic out a little bit better. I can't call it a glass. It's definitely a plastic. Mad cherry smell on the aroma. Just mad fruit, to be fair. Cheers. It's basically fruit juice. There's a little bit of apple on it, really. It's proper sweet, but then I like sweet. I like sweet drinks mostly. It's quite sparkly. There's some good cherry flavours, good raspberry flavours. It's one that doesn't last long in the plastic or glass, depending on your preferred choice, or not being up an apple tree. I'm not going with natural particularly, kind of is, but there's so much sweetness there. It's about the same amount of sweetness I have to put in with these apples off the tree. As I say, didn't get too many this year, so I'm buying my own cider. It's always fruit cider. I'm not a great fan of just straight apple cider generally. It's got to have some kind of fruit additive in it. This one I pick up from Aldi a fair bit. They also do a watermelon one, which is strangely quite nice. I'm not too sure about watermelon drinks, but that cider is quite nice. I saw they got one up there this week, a blood orange one. Not sure about that, to be fair, but I'll probably give it a go. Didn't pick it up this time, but yeah. It is 4%, so it's not going to knock you sideways, unlike some ciders, so you know, safety first. Drinking it up an apple tree, a 4% cider's probably going to be okay. I've only got to get down the ladder, so I should be alright. Are you a cider drinker? Have you had this cider from Aldi? Do let us know in the comments. And until the next one, because that's all I've got to say about this one. It's a fair short one this time. I'm going to get down the ladder and stew some apples and enjoy the rest of this cider. I've been Disco, a Rasko and Disco beer review. Up an apple tree for no apparent reason. It's just a more interesting view than in front of the cans and bottles at the Disco Arms. Until the next one, cheers and enjoy the beers or cider. Cue the music.